It's not often the first installment of a series is the best. Well, besides The Godfather, The Last of Us, Fast and the Furious, Shrek, Halo, the original Daddy Dating Simulator, Cars, Bioshock, God of War, 28 Days Later, Pirates of the Caribbean, Backdoor Girls Volume 1, and now I have recently realised the first Watch Dogs. If you enjoyed this video, please legally change your name to www.youtube.com/modestpelican and then murder a high-profile insurance CEO to get lots of media attention, as this really helps spread the good word of my channel. We spawn in a motel room as Aiden Pierce, a vigilante hacker who is on a mission to save the world. And by save the world, I mean steal people's money so he can buy tailored suits. My sister calls and says I'm late for my nephew's birthday party. I proceed to dress up as Agent 47 as I continue my brave attempt to turn every game into Hitman. I exit the room and hop over the balcony, falling down 2 stories. Good morning, osteoarthritis. I then begin using my profiler to scan people. I see 3 escorts, one of which is an aspiring adult film star. I was staying in a hotel room the other day, and as a religious man, I called the concierge and asked for the adult video channel to be disabled. The receptionist said, "Disabled adult videos are only for our premium members, you sick puppy." I continue scanning civilians and find someone who descended from slave traders. I proceed to end racism, steal a car, and then make my way towards my nephew's birthday party. I drive across the city and arrive at a gated community. Every resident in here voted for looser immigration policies and then built a literal physical fence to keep them all out. Using my keen vigilante detective eyes, I discern the birthday party is happening at this house. The balloons, the Happy Birthday Jackson sign, the waypoint. It becomes immediately apparent that my nephew has no friends. It's lonely at the top, King. My sister Nicole is like, "Hey bro, I haven't seen you in about 1 year since my daughter died in a major car crash." Wow, I'm a really horrible brother, but I guess I'm a hacker, not a grief counselor. I have a look around the yard and there's just bags of trash on the lawn. I didn't realize the death of your firstborn daughter makes you forget recycling day. Tacky. Also, maybe put some saran wrap around the cake and store it in the fridge. Just because someone wasted your child doesn't mean you get to waste food. We head inside the house and the daughter still has a bedroom. Jesus Christ, she's dead, move on. Turn that room into a gym or home office. I swipe all of Nicole's medication from her bathroom and then she takes a phone call. Kind of socially rude to take a call during my yearly visit. I proceed to hack into the phone call and eavesdrop, which is also rude. No one here seems to be picking up on social cues. I'm pretty sure this entire family is autistic. Grandma Pierce was crazy about her vaccines. The mystery caller is some man threatening to kill my sister and her son. Harsh but fair. Nicole pleads and begs me not to kill the guy threatening her, as the last thing we need in the world is more death. I head outside and steal Nicole's car as I prepare to murder the prank caller before he can murder my family. I trace the line and begin pursuing the silly goose. I catch him and proceed to execute a textbook pit maneuver that does absolutely nothing. I then remember I'm a hacker and I hack some traffic lights to cause a car accident. I also accidentally leap out of my vehicle at the same time, which is apparently something my late niece was unable to do. I begin chasing the big girl down. He runs past an electrical box, which I remotely explode and he dies. Prank calls aren't funny and deserve the death penalty. I hack into his phone and hear a message.
"So we have a deal?" "Shit, yeah, I can't believe you're paying me that much just to make a crank call."
That's not a funny prank call, it's actually quite tasteless. I call my hacker friend Badboy17, which sounds like the name of an Xbox 360 account that's about to treat your ears to the most racist 3 minutes of yapping you've ever heard in your life. Badboy17 says he'll help track down the person who paid the prank caller. The plot thickens. Aiden stands there looking determined as his tie flaps effortlessly in the wind. I then have to climb a tower so that I can reach the top and unlock a new area of the map. This gameplay mechanic is uniquely, lovingly designed to be in every single Ubisoft game ever made. I head back to my new home, which is apparently a shipping container. No joke, a while ago, I tried really hard to convince my girlfriend to let me buy a block of land and then I'd build us a home on it out of shipping containers. Glossing over my lack of carpentry skills, she insisted it would be too small. My theory was, if the Latvian mob can smuggle 25 people across the Atlantic Ocean in a shipping container, then we can comfortably live in one. I spent months researching the process, and after much discussion with her, we came to a fair compromise and decided to live in a house, like idiots. I get changed into a new prisoner fit, which naturally makes people immediately suspicious of me. Also, news reports keep flashing up saying I'm wanted. I suppose I have been killing quite a lot of people. In my defense, some of them were prank callers. I get back to my favourite watchdog's hobby of scanning people. I find a man who is a victim of child abuse. That's a depressing way to be profiled. Surely he has a more cheerful characteristic they could have gone for. Like the person who took his childhood innocence, I proceed to take the remainder of his bank account balance. This turns out to be an efficient way to get rich quickly. I scan everyone and take their money. I even find an Islamophobe who just won the lottery and I clear her out of $72,000. I hate Islamophobia. I always try and make my Muslim friends feel welcome by inviting them over for a chill movie night. We usually kick back and watch the second Lord of the Rings movie. I then remember something. This game is based in America. I drive straight to the store and buy myself the 3 things every respectable hacker must have: an AR, a shotgun, and a sniper rifle. Now armed almost as well as what I imagine your average American citizen carries day to day, I can finally unleash Aiden Pierce's full potential. I head into a highly populated cafe, get myself a latte, roll my shoulders back, exhale, and challenge this patron to a game of chess. He proceeds to give me a series of chess survival challenges. Each challenge is harder than the one before, a true mental game to test Aiden's mind. The time stands still as I battle my way through 8 of the hardest scenarios in the world before finally he congratulates me and accepts I'm the victor. Now that I've intellectually bested the good man, I pull out my assault rifle and ensure he won't ever help someone improve their chess skills again to ensure I can remain the GOAT. I head back to my tiny home and fall asleep in my clothes, which is meant to be really bad for your mental health. It's a new day and it becomes clear we're distracted from finding the person threatening my sister's life. I decide from here on out I'm going to stay focused and obey the law to fly under the radar. I even use my phone to order a car via the convenient car app instead of stealing one. It's really not that convenient though, as it places the car miles away. It reminds me of Uber, which I hate so much. Why can my driver rate me the patron 3.5 stars for a lack of conversation? I'm trying to get home from a night of drinking, not make a new best friend. I take taxis now. Yeah, maybe they stinge out on the air conditioning, chuff cigarettes and take aggressive personal phone calls, but the exchange is pure. No ratings, just secondhand smoke and a damp seat. I watch some yoga classes, I climb many towers to unlock new areas, and then I discover the next Cristiano Ronaldo. It's weird to reflect on, but I came pretty close to getting a professional football contract here in Australia. When I was 16, I busted my knee and needed a full reconstruction, and it absolutely ruined my dream of going pro. Well, that and the fact that I didn't really have any natural ability or training discipline and was playing in my local club's 7th division. Crazy to think I was a hair breadth away from winning the Ballon d'Or. I hack into people's living rooms and watch them dance. I'm not entirely sure how this benefits us or helps my sister. It actually seems a bit unethical. It's busy work robbing vulnerable people and spying, and so I head to bed to ensure I'm well rested enough to locate my sister's stalker to stop them killing my last living family members. My sister will have to evade her attacker for a few more hours though, as first I have a quick fun morning scanning session. I see someone who frequently searches kids online, which is relatable. That MGMT song slaps. I then find a big fish, a pro-choice activist. It's extremely ironic that pro-choice activists and unborn fetuses have the exact same weakness. An entire 9mm pistol mag to the face and torso. I realise in my stylish, chic and spacious shipping container home, I can craft fragmentation grenades and C4 blocks. When DDoS attacks, keylogs and malware fails, a remotely detonated explosive can really turn the tide of a hacking war. I run out to test my new C4 block by sticking it onto the side of a commercial truck. In an unforeseen turn of events, the explosion kills half a dozen civilians. Aiden truly is the peskiest little hacker in all of Chicago. Bad Boy 17 says he has information on the stalker and I have to meet him at a subway tunnel nearby. I make my way over. I struggle to get from A to B without scanning everyone, it's addictive. I find a woman who is on anti-anxiety medication. On a serious note, anxiety is no joke. When that shit hits, it can derail your entire day. I decide to give her some exposure therapy and begin shooting all around her. Suddenly her friend not replying to her text message doesn't seem so bad now that she's under M4 fire. I head to the subway, excited to meet Bad Boy 17. It's an interesting experience meeting friends you've played with online for the first time. It's crazy thinking back to when I first met the Stealtho Boys, or as they are also known, the Sons of Virgins, all those years ago. We all met on Battlefield 1, and now they're some of my best mates. I even moved to the city where they all live. We recorded 59 Sons of Virgins videos together, That series makes up some of my favourite YouTube memories. And like everything in life, things change and the dynamic of our friendship group has changed. We all used to game together every single night, but now we're all in serious relationships, work full time, and when I do get to play games with the lads, it doesn't feel right to record this session. None of them are YouTubers, they're panel beaters, landscapers, and teachers who just want to kick back after a long day and relax and chat. Every Saturday night we watch the football together, and it's my favourite time of the week, and I tend to see them more in real life than online these days. I love those boys like brothers. This is sounding way too deep, I just wanted to honestly explain the situation. I guess what I'm saying is I'll always treasure the Sons of Virgin Season 1, and I know how many of you want a proper Season 2 and I'm ready to make it. I have started my own GTA RP server called Hydrate, and I'd love to bring the series back there strong as Thickman with a new chapter. I'm sure the OG boys would come in for cameos. If you want to see me launch a full-scale Season 2 in 2025, let me know in the comments or leave a like, because at the end of the day, I'm happy making anything you enjoy watching. I meet Bad Boy 17, and it turns out he is actually a woman. Wow, I've been catfished. I came all the way to this dark, scary basement to hook up with a cute gamer guy. She tells me where to find my sister's stalker. I hop into my green Lamborghini that I suddenly have to save my sister, except Bad Boy 17 didn't give me an actual location. He gave me the address of a data center I need to hack, and then from there I'll be able to find the stalker. It seems like the developers really just wanted to include a mission where I hack the data center, but I'm here for it. The game suggests I spend some of my skill points to further my hacking knowledge and take down the entire data center from a laptop. I take their advice and just shoot every single person. I'm then forced to crack a few hacking puzzles that are so complex only a genius could solve them. I wouldn't have the mental strength to solve these if I hadn't been trained by my late sensei. I learn the location of the prank caller and make my way towards him with haste as my family is at risk. The only stop I make is to buy some hallucinogenic drugs from a dealer so that I can experience a trip in which I become a giant spider tank and kill everyone. This is way better than the time I took LSD in real life. It's definitely not my poison. It kicked in while I was in a grocery store and the cabbages started breathing and speaking. I ended up stomping on a loaf of bread thinking it was attacking me, and ever since I've been gluten intolerant. The moment of truth. I prepare to kill this son of a bitch, but it turns out to be one of my old friends playing a practical joke on me. Weird twist. The humor was in bad taste, but Aiden forgives him immediately. I guess how the old saying goes, water is definitely thicker than blood. Merry Christmas, you beautiful Malakas. Hit like if you enjoyed the content. Check out my Papa Pelly channel as there's a new upload. I love you.